This is a free approach to dance as a creative art activity. Members of the group have come from different parts of the world to study at the Tucson Creative Dance Center in Tucson, Arizona. This is called creative dance because we each create our own movements, expressing our own feelings. Creative dance differs from other kinds of dancing in a number of ways. Some kinds of dance emphasize theatrical techniques and audience entertainment. Others present traditional cultural patterns. Some tell stories or interpret music. Creative dance stresses natural body movement and free expression. Its purpose is to enable each one of us to create movement forms which express our individuality, and together to create movements which express the nature of the group. Because we come from different countries, we speak in different tongues, but we can all express ourselves and understand one another in the language of movement. This language can't be translated into words. It must be sensed in the muscles. We're improvising, making up our movements while we dance, developing movement themes as they occur. Nothing is planned in advance. Nothing is fixed. It's like a conversation. We don't know what we're going to say until we start talking, and then we find things to talk about. All people use the language of movement in daily life. Whatever we're doing, the movements of our bodies express something of what we're feeling. Here at the studio, we cultivate body movement as an art. Our movement forms are abstract, expressing generalized feelings rather than representing specific emotions. Although every one of us is unique in body structure and temperament, we can all share the same movement feelings. By sensing the movements which are going on around us, we can relate our movements to the movements of others and create group movement forms. We can get together in small groups of 2 or 3 or more. Sometimes we all move together as one. Large groups can break up into small ones, and small ones can become large. A circle is one of the most basic of group forms. Circles and lines occur frequently in free group movement. A line usually follows a leader. A circle can move without one. As with anything, skill can be developed with practice. This group has been working intensively together for only 6 weeks. Most of them are beginners. Some have done this kind of dancing before. Although communicating in words is difficult for the group, we find it helpful to discuss our dances. We're talking about a group improvisation, which was done the day before.
Cerca, pero a la vez con cierta distancia para poder tener los movimientos.
Más concentración de las cosas que estamos haciendo, vamos adquiriendo más desarrollo. Y hoy lo sentí mucho, no solo en mí, sino en todos sus compañeros.
Herbert, en Spanish, Herbert me dijo ayer de que cuando nos reunimos ayer, de que tenía que sentir más al grupo, o sea, cuando se me hizo la crítica constructiva esa de que tenía demasiada actividad. Entonces, al menos ahora en la mañana traté de hacerlo, y es lo que pienso que, o sea, varias personas me han dicho eso, ¿no? De que soy demasiado activo, más activo. Entonces trato de sentir más al grupo, aunque para mí es difícil porque muchas veces me cuesta, incluso el AE me dijo también ayer, ¿no? pero hay veces me cuesta, entonces trato de hacerlo de esa historia.
Habíamos un grupo que empezamos movimientos de lucha y llegó el otro grupo a ayudarnos. O sea, los conflictos se dan muy interesantes y movimientos de ayuda, de lucha, y se siente el sentimiento de todos, cómo nos compenetramos más y más.
The people fighting. I want to make aid, yes, and I help it, but I feel that some person didn't want the help.
two kinds of help here. Help. Do you understand? What kind of help? ¿Qué arte de ayudar? Hilfe with a how do you say, lucha? Hilfe para
For stopper de la...
No, it was not clear, was it?
The theme began rolling into each other and over each other.
Abstract.
Yet it was very hard when others came in, how to maintain what we were doing and to respond to this new element of people coming in. I don't think any of us
So hin und her gerissen. Einerseits war ich so, und andererseits kam da irgendwer und sind wir weg. Und ich war so gespannt.
She was torn, two parts.
Aber schlussendlich war ich sehr froh, dass ich dieses Gefühl los. Dieses
Finally, she was happy that the fighting was left behind. From El Salvador, we have 3 physical education teachers. Their enthusiasm for this work is great. In spite of civil war in their country, they are determined to share what they have learned here with other teachers and students when they return home. In Switzerland, there is a growing interest in creative dance. We've given workshops in Zurich, Lenk, and Stückishaus near Bern. These students will continue their dance work when they are at home again in Switzerland. From Italy, we have a student of psychology. He hopes to do research in the psychology of body movement, as well as lead a creative dance group of his own when he returns to Vicenza. The Costa Ricans have been sent here by the Universidad Nacional, sponsored by the Costa Rican Ministry of Education, for the purpose of bringing back to their country an educational art activity which furthers democracy and peace. These dancers come from different parts of the United States. They're all teachers of creative dance, which has been taught in this country for more than 50 years. The Tucson Creative Dance Center has offered classes since 1963. Many people have studied here, and books published by the center are used all over the world. Creative dance offers everyone equal opportunity for freedom of expression. Educators on all levels are finding it a means of furthering the healthy growth of individuals and groups. It can be adapted to anyone of any age, including persons with handicaps. It can begin in childhood and continue throughout a lifetime. There's no necessity for background music. Sometimes the sound of the movement, breath, and feet on the floor becomes part of the dance. These students were invited to the Tucson Creative Dance Center to study and demonstrate the power of this activity in furthering international goodwill. At first they were strangers to one another. After 6 weeks of intensive creative work together, they were like brothers and sisters. This work is a continuous exploration of movement forms which can satisfy both individual and group feeling. It can unify a group as no other activity can.